so hot. Okay. Hey guys, this is a 2020 Porsche Cayman GT4. Today we're gonna take it out for a drive and see what makes it the best sports car on the market. The GT4 is a culmination of engineering, passion, performance. One of the best sounding cars on the roads today, no doubt about it. This one actually has a secondary cat delete, so it sounds a bit louder than stock. So in the GT4, it is as you would expect, a lovely place to be. One of the focal points of this car is the shifter. Probably the best shifter. Listen to that.
Oh my God.
It's such a satisfying, clutch is light. Everything about this is just proper Porsche and proper driver's car. Perfect driving position. There's not much in life more rewarding than driving a Porsche. So, you go ahead and demonstrate to you what I mean by that. Let's go ahead and take it out for a drive. Okay, it's so hot. I gotta turn this on. Ooh, it sounds good. 4-liter flat 6, 414 horsepower. One of the best engines on the market. This revs to 8,000 RPM. Just sounds better and better the higher up you go in the rev range. 414 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. Car weighs in at about 3,100 pounds. Top speed is 188 miles an hour. This does have electric power steering, but even still, the communication through the wheel, you just don't want to lift off. We're in the default suspension setting, and you know what? It soaks up the bumps relatively well. For being more like track focused, it doesn't beat you up. Yeah, this does have a secondary cat delete, so it is a bit louder than stock. It's not like a night and day difference, but it definitely sounds a bit gruntier. Of course, auto blip, downshift for you. It'll blip the throttle. It's immediate. The response time is like that of a dual clutch. And speaking of transmissions, this is, as I stated, I mean, it is the best manual transmission in the industry. I mean, it's perfect throws. You're not gonna miss a gear. Ooh, has some slight burble on the overrun, which is appreciated. You just gotta turn the wheel just ever so slightly, and it feels like it can take so much more, which it can, because we're only on public roads, so there's so much we can do. This ain't GTA. Throttle response, immediate, because there are no turbos. Cayman's kind of always been the king of sports cars. I mean, it really has. And I say it a lot, like, there are crazier cars, faster cars, but I think just as a working vehicle, working sports car, it's the best. I mean, you can't go wrong with a Porsche, like any of them, really. There's a reason people buy them, even though they know they're not always the fastest. Now, the Turbo S, that's a different story. That is an animal, but yeah, it's just telepathic.
Oh my gosh.
That still was not red line. It is addicting. You can enjoy and savor the moment because you're not going ludicrously quick. It's just enough power for the street. And I mean, I guess you could say maybe a little more power would be nice, but when it sounds this good, looks this good, handles this well, you don't care. Like,
you're not gonna be worried about it.
It's a plenty of toy, you know? And, you know, you could drive it every day if you wanted to. It doesn't have to be a toy. It is still a Porsche, so of course inside, very spacious, very upscale quality materials. Of course, you got the red door straps. These are the standard Porsche seats, so they're not like the hardcore race seats. I prefer these seats. Got carbon on here on the dash, center console area as well, and everything just functions like a car. Yep. You can, I don't know what that was, but you can also access the rear trunk from the cabin, which is nice. So if you have, you know your lightsaber in the front seat,
solid,
you're able to fit it.
A couple things you got to do in life. You just got to have the lightsaber in the GT4.
Yeah. This I could not see myself getting the PDK. Obviously it's faster, one of the best transmissions in the industry, no doubt, but a car like this, it needs a manual. It's so much more rewarding with a manual. Let's do a pull from 4. 7, 8, gosh. That is not boring. It's a car that likes to be revved out. And you just have so much confidence behind the wheel. It gives you the feeling that you can put it into any corner at any speed. I love the Alcantara steering wheel. It's the perfect size, the perfect seating position. There's literally nothing wrong. A lot of cars are up in value right now, but the GT4, they're going for like $140,000, $150,000. I'm like, oh my God, that is not what it was a few months ago. If you really want to get that buyer's confidence, knowing that you're buying a premium, like the definition of premium product, you go with the GT4. Now, of course, the RS version of this just released. It's even more capable than this, sacrificing some ride quality and maybe usability. This is probably the better package as a road car. One complaint about the GT4 that I've seen is that it has long gearing. So unless you're on like a racetrack, not really shifting enough, you're pretty much always in like second or third gear. Like I think first gear goes to like 60 miles an hour almost.
52 miles an hour on first gear, 85 on second, 121 on third.
It's just such a lovely transmission to use that you want to use it more, and you can't really always on public roads. Other than that, it's really the only complaint I've heard of this car is the gearing.
I don't know what it is about this car, but I feel like I want it more than any other car we've reviewed.
It's quick, but it's not head-alteringly quick, right? It's a nice sensation. Hearing the engine and the revs kind of swelling up behind you, and it's just like an orchestra of enjoyment. I don't really know.
It's a very confident car.
It knows what it is. It's not trying to be something else.
It just does it well.
Just does everything well. And that's it. That's the GT4. Pretty much perfect. Jesus. You don't want it to end. Like, you really don't. And you get 2 trunks. You have a decent sized hatch and actually a pretty surprisingly large front trunk as well. These cars are reliable. I mean, I'm struggling here to think of anything other than the gearing. Like I said, that is just personal preference for some people. I can understand how it'd be kind of maybe a little frustrating on certain roads, but I'll tell you right now, I'm not really complaining all too much about that. This engine is a masterpiece. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Car is for sale here at European Exotic Center. Check out our website and view all the photos of the vehicle, and we will see you guys in the next one.